Well, what's up, folks? Plain old D22 coming in here. I wanted to do a video um dealing with the game and crosshair alignment, and or is it your aim? A lot of times we appear that we get shots, headshots, and sometimes they're not actually headshots. Um, they're shoulder shots, chest shots, or whatever. The game sometimes is moving at such a fast pace that it gives the appearance of something that actually isn't something. So we're quick to blame Ubisoft for a lot of the problems that are in the game, but we don't ever take time to really analyze ourselves what we actually did in that situation. We saved the clip and we may watch it in fast play. But what I did was went through a terrorist hunt. I wanted to actually see what was game issue and then what actually was my aim issue. So we're gonna review some of these clips and we're gonna go from there, and then we're gonna make an assessment whether or not it's the game or it's your aim. So let's start. Okay, so we review this clip back in slow motion. Let's look back at it again. We can clearly see that when I start to shoot, my aim is to the right. When I finally put my crosshairs directly on his head, though, it takes a couple shots before it actually registers. So let's watch that again. One, two, and then it finally registers. So initially, it is my aim because I'm shooting to the right, and then it becomes a game problem once I put my crosshairs on his head. So let's keep watching though. Okay. So let's go back to that and let's watch that again from the top here. You watch the turnaround, and clearly, based off of that, it's like, oh, you got a headshot. But actually, where I shot him was in the body. It was a body shot. So I just wanted to show you guys that again, so you can see. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next clip. Okay, so let's do this way. See where the initial bullet hits. So the initial bullet hits right there on the top of his head. Then I come back and I shoot where his shoulder is. So that was a game issue. Okay, so let's go back and review that. If you watch it from here, oh, it's like, oh, he got him right on the side of his head. When in actuality, I shot him in his shoulder. Back shot, and then finally headshot. So that was an aim problem. Okay, so initially, crosshairs are not on his head when you watch that. Shooting to the side. Now this shot right here, pay attention to this shot here. Let's go back so I can get that again. So the first shot misses completely. Right there. That shot right there is completely on his head. Game problem with the crosshair placement and alignment. The bullets are not necessarily going where they should go.
Hostiles remaining.
Okay, so if you pay attention to the clip, in the first part of the clip, I clearly missed this guy. I'm not even going to say that I hit this guy at all. I didn't. Into the last shot. Right there, though, there were 3 bullets that came out of the chamber before anything happened. 2, 3, and then he's dead. One to the left, one right on his head. It's the one right on his head. Another one right on his head. Then to the right. And then look at how this registers though. I'm not shooting him. Check this out. I want you to really see this. Crosshairs directly on his head. I shoot to the right and blood comes out. It registers the shot when I'm shooting the air behind him. I just wanted everybody to see that. So when they look and they say, "Oh man, Ubisoft." Like part of it is aim, and part of it is game. But I really want you to see what the difference is right here. I shot the air, and that is when it registered. The air. And then finally back onto his head, it gives me the headshot. That's self-explanatory right there. Okay. To the right, on his head. Then he finally dies the second time through on the sprint. Okay, I really like this clip because what the appearance is, when you look at it from there, right? The appearance is that, oh, that's a headshot, right? No, it's not. It's all chest. And I'm going to walk you through it real quick. Watch the crosshair placement. There's his head there. That is where the first bullet registers. Right across his chest. It never touches his head. Okay, let's rewatch that. So we come in. And this is it in slow motion. Watching it. Come in. Just wanted y'all to see this for yourselves. Okay, this is my first initial shot here. The bullet registers to my right, which is about his shoulder. My first initial shot is here. That's when the gun comes out of the chamber. You see the smoke. First initial shot is there. There's another headshot in there. I'm missing there. Come back around, tap him in his head. Just thought I would show y'all that. Okay, so when you watch that, it looks like I hit him in his head when I first came through, and on actuality, this is where the first shot hits. I'm not even shooting him at this point. Still not shooting him, but I'm shooting behind him to the right. So this is all aim right here, right? Not shooting his head, not shooting anything. I'm shooting the wall behind him, but yet blood is registering out of him. He's here, stationary, to the left of my crosshair, but there's blood coming out of him. Okay, let's watch this. See where the bullet registers at. Right up on his neck, per se. Um, Not a direct headshot. Neck shots are supposed to count as headshots. It's usually when you get to 110 in the actual game next to your game, besides 120. So I mean, it's a headshot, but it's a neck shot. So.
Three enemies remaining.
Okay. So with that all being said, just want to give people a little clarification on what the purpose of this video was. There are a lot of things that we can discuss. We can discuss aim, we can discuss game, and then we could discuss, what we actually think we see. Okay, we saw clips here where it appeared as though I shot somebody in the head, and it wasn't a headshot. And then we saw clips where it was clear evidence that I shot somebody in the head, and it was a headshot, and it didn't register. And then there was evidence of where I wasn't shooting anybody at all, and somehow blood was coming out of them. Okay, so yeah, crosshair alignment when it comes into the game, we'll be able to really tell if it really makes a difference in hit registration. I want everybody to know that Terrorist Hunt has zero connection, which means there's no latency. Even though it's an online game mode, it's no latency whatsoever. Um, a lot of times you saw in the video, you go back and you watch it, and even when I slowed it down, you saw where my initial crosshair placement was. Um, it was on his head, but they moved maybe to the left or to the right. So when I shot initially, I missed, and then sometimes when I shot, I was dead accurate. On the head or on the body or wherever it was that I shot. So these is also things of where you could take to improve your aim. You can look at it yourself. I encourage people to review their clips in ShareFactory for those who are on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever your provider is. And on PC, I forget what the clip thing is that you have on PC, but I encourage people to really just review their clips to really see what it is that they're doing right and what it is that they're doing wrong. This is how you improve at the game. A lot of people want to know what's the best way to improve at the game. What's the like? How do I fix my aim? People want sensitivity videos and they want they want all types of things that don't necessarily work for them because sensitivity is personal preference. I know I changed my sensitivity several times throughout the course of a day of playing Rainbow. I feel like sometimes my vertical's too low, sometimes my vertical's too high. Sometimes my horizontal too low, sometimes my horizontal too high. Sometimes my ADS is too low, sometimes it's too high. I'm constantly making adjustments based on how I'm aiming that day in a game. But people want to know how you hit diamond and things like this. These are the things that help you do that. You hit diamond by reviewing clips constantly in Terrorist Hunt, just working on things, improving your angle, how you push things. I encourage people to turn on all maps that are in ranked and really go through them in Terrorist Hunt on normal first, and then work your way up to hard, and then eventually get yourself up to realistic. Once you get to realistic, it's not necessarily about winning it. I want everybody to understand that it's not necessarily about winning on realistic. Yeah, I understand. In a game, you're going 5v5. It's not it's not one versus what, 30 bots. It's five people versus five people. So condition yourselves that even when you do terrorist hunt on realistic, to go in and treat the bots like they're actual people. Like if it's a 1v5 situation that you're in, put yourself in a situation where you can go in, boom, five quick headshots, boom, you won the round. But don't concentrate so much on winning. I think a lot of people where they fail in training their aim and in training their game senses and things like that is they focus too much on winning at that point in time. You can't get better if your focus is not what you're trying to get better at. If your aim is what you're trying to get better at, then you have to focus on your aim. If winning is what you're trying to get better at, then you have to focus on the things that allow you to win. If your overall game sense or understanding of the maps are in a shamble, you don't really have a good concept of that, and you're focused on something else and you're not focused on that, you're not going to win. So, improve in the areas that it takes to win, and that will help you win more, increase your win percentage. Other than that, just want to thank everybody that's gonna watch this video again. Tell your friends about this. Let your friends see it. Any questions that folks may have, feel free to always answer things. Any ways of where you feel that I can get better at some things that I'm lacking in, feel free to place in the comment section. Feel free to contact me on here. I respond to people all the time. I'm interested in learning even better aspects of the game itself. I enjoy playing Rainbow Six, and I just want the game to be good. And I think everybody, when you enjoy something, you want it to be good. And at this state and point in time in the game, it's really, really bad. And like they said, it's a make or break year for them. And I think the focus shouldn't be on what the focus is on for them in this crazy operator sci-fi space examples of technology. It should be on this impact, crosshair alignment, hit registration, um, you know, upgrading the servers if they can. You know, Rainbow's constantly improving and making money. That's why they're able to sell the game for $15. You can't sell a game for $15 like this if you're not growing and you're not making money. So that's all I pretty much had to say. Let's play no D22 signing out.